We have the Radiant on the other side of the river, wearing the bad guy outfits. Being my friends, we have the Dire. Check out that Lich skin. Check out that Abaddon Elk. I bet that Elk is going to do some stomping this game. We have an intro. And ladies and gentlemen, introducing, for the first time live on the channel, my friend. He goes by Who Dat Ninja. He's playing Abaddon this game. We have Orion. Hello. Again, alright. So, I have a ninja here. He's playing Abaddon. This is one of those things where I was waiting for Sam to come play D&D with me, and he got in this game, and I was like, oh man, it's going to be like a whole hour. And then it felt like he showed up like 15 minutes later. And he told me tales of what happened this game. And I've been looking at this build, and I've got to say, Skewer and Skeleton Walk with Trample. Yeah, Skewer's already one of those abilities where if you line up a good Skewer and just pull people under tower, it's enough for early game kills, and then stacking probably close to lethal damage, I would assume, with Trample. Uh-oh, looks like Stargate is about to be first blood mid. No top river room for Dire, and that's first blood for the other guys. Gyrocopter gets chased. I'm not sure where he's going either. It's into a Mirana, it turns out. And that is second blood for your team, so that really balances out the first blood pretty well. Alright, let's introduce the lanes. We're already talking about you, so let's just start with mid, where we have two incredible mobility things, a stun and trample for the damage. I really love that you went core this game. Or core, not core. Mid this game. This is the kind of build where a few levels make you really dangerous and you can help your team snowball. You're against a monkey who has a Metamorphosis build. I feel like Scream of Pain is a little out of place here. Yeah, that was half. That was almost half his life. The amount of damage that's about to come out of this. Level 2. That trample does, yeah, another quarter of his life, and it brings him under tower, and then continued chase is more than enough. Easy last hit. That's your second kill this game. And yeah, with a monkey trying to build into late game, mid, which is not the thing you're really supposed to be doing mid, realistically. Like, you want to be able to gank from mid early. Yeah, speaking of Quap, let's introduce the other lanes. We've got Quap top. She's got, like you said, Blink and Shadow Strike, which is, you know, normal Quap stuff. I think the really impressive thing in her build, though, is the ability to blink, throw up RP, pull the whole enemy team in, and then stun them a second time with Slithering Crush. That could theoretically dominate a fight, and this is an excellent mid build. Yeah, I'm surprised to see her playing support in top lane instead of taking mid, but you never know who's comfortable with mid. Slardar has another build that's kind of scary. Empower for farm, Bash of the Deep for lockdown, illusions, slow. Like, this is definitely a build that kind of has it all. I think he's just up against overwhelming opposition. It does look like, just based on the health bars top lane, they're struggling to lane against Mirana and Stargate. And, you know, with him start harassing with Reflection and Sacred Arrows, and Mirana harassing with Boundless Strike into Jingu Mastery on a range hero. Yeah, I talked about this a bit during the draft, and if you want to see the draft, it's on Patreon and not terribly expensive to sign up. This build is so scary. It even has a stun, which adds to the right-click and crit capabilities, and then it's just a monstrous right-clicker. Armor melt, lifesteal, bonus damage, guaranteed crit, improved attack speed, just the whole package. Oh, and Slardar is done with this game already. I'm going to assume he comes back at some point. Yeah, I noticed you're 5'4" already. Hey, Slardar came back. That's nice. All right, let's introduce bottom, and then we can switch to kind of just following you around. And it looks like bottom, the pressure is on. This AA throwing out some hard-hitting attacks. So we've got nope. Primal Beast. Prime Beef is Lich / Prime Beef. This build is interesting. I feel like it's going to struggle with mana, but it's a good support build. High potential for CC. Loaded Ags with Sinister Gaze and Uproar. I like it. Yeah, it could be strong. We've got AA with kind of a standard AA build, really. Oops, Stargate just got a kill on Quap. Mirana just got a kill on Slardar, and that's close to tower. Lots of pressure going on top. This seems like it's going to be a very one-sided game at this point. Even without the bonus damage, since they changed it? Fascinating. I played with it recently and didn't discover until after I picked it that it didn't have bonus damage. Big gank going on bottom. Clinks goes down quickly to an arrow. Gyro's running for his life, but there is a... looks like maybe... looks hasted, but it's just Skeleton Walk. You hit level 6, dive the tower, taking tower damage the whole time. You make it out with less than 40 health. Wow, that was a beautiful kill. I straight up thought you had haste, but Skeleton Walk just gives that much move speed. Face Boots were definitely the right pick for this build. So scary. Oh man, there was Guardian Sprint in this draft also. Could have been scary, but I think you have the right pair of mobility things. Like, Guardian Sprint gives comparable move speed to Skeleton Walk, but, like, being invisible for it is just ridiculous. Yeah, that is a ridiculous... Oh yeah, that was just... Oh, that's a massacre. Amazing. Alright, let's talk about the two guys that just got killed, since they're our last two heroes to introduce. We've got a Clinks. He's got Tar Bomb, Curse of Avernus, Sprint, and Sunder. This is pretty much a strong do-nothing right-click build, with eventually a Silence and some bonus attack speed, a bonus move speed, bonus damage. Like, this is potentially a really strong build. But just... it's fine. It's a weird way to have replaced Searing Arrows. But it kind of amounts to the same thing, plus a little bit of slow. It's fine. I don't love it or hate it. I like how it works with skeletons, specifically, instead of just always giving skeletons arrows. Uh-oh, everybody died. That was a kill mid from you and a kill top from Mirana. The last build to introduce here is Gyrocopter, who also, in my humble opinion, has a killer build. Like, multiple AoE nukes, Wukong's Command, Flak Cannon. The Ags on this is massive and gives him so many extra attacks. Wukong illusions do not get Side Gunner, but just having your regular attacks and the Side Gunner attacks, and once you get Ags, the Soldier illusion attacks, and then the Wukong Circle illusion attacks, like, the number of, like, the simple number of right clicks this build can lay down is so nuts. If you get a javelin, ooh, that's another kill top for you. That's another double kill top for you. If you get the javelin, ooh, very close miss with the arrow from a Stargate. Yeah, I already made one of those during the draft, but I'll say it again now. It's always a pleasure to play with him because he's one of the few people that, like, picks support abilities. He first picked arrow. Ooh, narrow miss with the skewer that time. I love that you were going to pull him under his own tower and probably blow him up for it. But yeah, Stargate draft support. Like, this game, the first 5 picks were all right-click carry abilities. Bash to the Deep, Curse of Avernus. Oh, that's... Clinks is in danger, and he goes down. That's funny, you don't even need the other 2 spells for him. You do have the luxury of playing against a 4-hero squishy lineup, and then Slardar, who's building right-click, so probably 5 squishy heroes. Alright, we've got Monkey surviving with the ult, leaping into a tree, and promptly dying anyway, because Trample just hits things in trees. Wait, does Trample destroy trees? That's gross. Casual 4-second stun from his own ability. Oh man. I think it's 4 seconds when you fall out of a tree. He falls and is stunned for 4 seconds. Yes. You really don't want to use that ability to escape. That's not what it's for. It does not work well for that. You went straight for a Vanguard. Seems like your only danger is taking damage while you're diving into dangerous situations with this build. So, yeah, Vanguard makes a lot of sense. Well, I don't feel like this is super necessary, considering it's 17-3 and your team is up 7k gold at 11 minutes. But I like checking out the net worth after we introduce builds, and somewhat unsurprisingly... Oh hey, AA just got a double kill bottom. Somewhat unsurprisingly, your 3 cores are just miles ahead this game. Oh look, there's a monkey standing in a tree right next to you. And he's gonna... He jumps in. You're invis right where he lands. He had no idea you were there. And he just immediately dies. Oh, instant regret. God, that was silly. Hey, look, it's a Clinks. Just came through the portal. Did I say Clinks? I meant Snack. 3, 2, 1. Cooldown's up. I don't know. Beyond godlike. This build is absolutely a meme build. Currently 14-0 at 12 minutes. This is just a massacre. Like, yeah, I mean, the best thing you can do for your team is make space for your AA and your Mirana to get all farmed up. Yep, Mirana just got a kill. He's got a stacked camp for you. Oh. I love that you don't even have to break invisibility for kills. This is very reminiscent of, like, Stealth Assassin Invis plus Rot. But Trample, with all the move speed you have, just does so much more damage. They absolutely need to be on it with wards this game. I noticed they have 6 sentry wards in their shop. That seems like a problem. I like that you just got a double damage. What a joke. Now you can right-click on things with your double damage. Only assumption for all enemies around the beast receive damage. Deals damage based multiplier prime beast attack damage. That's gross. All right, Chain Frost goes off, Trample goes off with double damage. Actually, the DD definitely pays off because you ended up getting a couple right clicks in on the Slardar. Monkey decides not to teleport in. Might have been a good decision. You know, DD is also very good for hitting towers, and you've already got it down to half health. Yeah, you know, I've talked about ability draft a lot in this channel, where you end up with, like, kind of caster fallacy builds that, like, do a lot of damage early, but then peter off once BKBs come up and the other team gets tanky. This is the kind of build that's, thanks to skeletons, gonna end the game, like, long before that happens. Taking hits from the tower, but that's fine. One skewer just explodes the Quap. And, yeah, largely thanks to that Vanguard, you get out scot-free. Well, I don't know about that. It scales off your attack damage, so strength will increase your damage throughout the game, which is not a characteristic of most spells. Oh, look, 2 experience runes. AA and Sam, this game, gentlemen, who's AA? Risible and Uncle Sam. You guys should probably check your experience rune. Those are important nowadays. Alright, you teleport into mid. It looks like there's already a fight going on there. Invis goes up, your move speed jumps up to a casual 550. Skewer Trample gets you on top of the Gyro, who pops like a balloon. And you're not quite comfortable going high ground, or maybe you just turned around to kill that Clinks. Unclear. Maybe a little bit of both. Again, just defensive items. With a nice set of all stats, leaves you with a ton of damage. Like you just mentioned, universal heroes and stats are just obscenely strong. Like, I'm not sure what they were thinking when they made that change. But they just made a bunch of heroes, like, ridiculously good right-clickers. I mean, they nerfed the heroes themselves directly. Hey, look, Gyro finally gets an ult down. You just run right out of it, because you're too fast for that nonsense. Clinks heals you with Sunder. But with Clinks and Monkey on you and being high ground at 16 minutes, you do go down. That is admittedly very aggressive play. I mean, arguably too much. I think pressure on is the right call. Mirana gets the sights on Quap and just explodes her. I know we've been following you around this game, but it is definitely also worth saying Mirana's currently 8-1. She's got a build that she needs to scale into, so she wasn't ever about to keep up with you on kills early game. But she's doing quite well, and that build, I've said it before, I'll say it again, this build is terrifying. She just caught Gyro. Turns around to spank a monkey for daring to challenge her. Finishes off the Gyro. Finishes off the monkey. That's a double kill for Mirana. Yeah, there are some really scary builds this game, but your ability to take over the game early in your map control off of that really gave your team the edge on getting ahead. Health, mana, and damage. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like, this is everything you want early game if you're a hero that needs mana. And no, it's okay. We swear on this channel. Yeah, it's 1,125 gold. There's a Void Stone under it, which gives pretty comparable mana regen. But like that's it. There's nothing close for health. I mean, blood grenade is more efficient for health, but that's a consumable starting item, so those are the most efficient items by far. Yep, and yeah, that kind of mana regen definitely lasts you throughout the game. Like, Mirana currently has full mana at 19 minutes, and it's her only mana item. Yep. Alright, you are cloaked up, going in. You're 18-1, so you've gotten all the kills you're getting. Alright, I'm going to switch over to following Mirana from this point. There's not a ton left in this game. She has her Desolator. It looks like you guys are about ready to start putting the pressure on top. Mirana's bringing in the wave mid. I noticed their base is still fully intact. Ben throws an Ice Blast kind of just into the middle of their base. Mirana starts chipping away at the mid tower. That lures Quap out of position, and Quap is quickly deleted there. You dive in top. Monkey King gets saved by his ult, but chased way off the towers. Gyro does a terrible job of zoning you off with his ult. Just barely covering tower with it. I love Wukong's command for its ability to like zone out crucial areas during big team fights. Like, the place he just put it would be where your team wants to put it, so the enemy team can't come anywhere near tower or racks without going through it. For him, he wants it to have like the tower inside the bottom edge of it. Anyways, Quap. Oh man. That Chain Frost. Gross. Yeah, that's true. Definitely wants... I think one of the best combos with Wukong's command was available this game in Sinister Gaze. Well, teammate combo, but yes. That's top racks down. And at this point, they are fully afraid to challenge you. They just got wiped by a big old Chain Frost. Mirana is happily decimating their base. Quap goes in fearlessly again. You know, her build is great, but this is a build I'd like to see on Prime Beast. It really isn't casting spells that often, but like it is 100% ending up in the middle of the enemy team. AA just unloads on Gyrocopter for coming out a little too far. Yep. And yeah, I mean, classic tale of your team just getting way ahead. You've got 3 cores fully built, and they can just, like, any one of them can just delete the enemy team at this point. Unfortunately, your build gets a little bit kneecapped because you're pushing T3s at 22 minutes. And like, it's really hard to be tanky enough at you know, this early in the game to contend with high-level towers. Stargate actually just got caught by Klink's Monkey and Quap and goes down. Quap pays for it with her life yet again. You, with the skeletons, got the mid tower down. And pressure is still on. What were you just saying? Oh yeah, looks like your courier brought you the big health components there. And your build is dumb for 23 minutes. Like, Vanguard Lincoln's Space Boots at 23 minutes would be completely impressive if that's all you had, but you've got like 90% of a heart done also. Oh no, Stargate gets slowed down inside of the range of a T4. Yeah, this is what I'm saying about pushing at 23 minutes. It's really dangerous to be close to T4s. You know, at 12 to 16. But like, anytime they come out even a little bit, yeah, you just got a ton of damage on their whole team. It looks like they're not quite going to go down, and instead you end up going down, but you just bought a bunch of space for your team. Prime is low. Lich is dead. You're dead. Quap's, as usual, dead. But Mirana just got a bunch of time to hammer away on one of the T4s. It's at half health. Monkey engages on the Mirana. And it's... well, certainly not when you've got wards and vision and stuff in the area, and she just watched him jump up there. That was cute. She picked up a moon shard. Quap just got a nice double stun off. Does manage to bring down Sam on the Prime Beef, but dies for it. Clinks dies for it a second later, and now the T4s are going down. Mirana can stand very comfortably just outside their range, burn down the creep wave, and as soon as your creeps show up, she's back to hitting buildings. And like, yeah, this is just a snowball game. Snowballed right into the end game. Gyrocopter's like, I have an ult and I want to cast it on someone, but if I go near anyone, I'm just gonna get killed instantly. You skewer in with the missile on its way in. AA secures the kill with a nice Chain Frost, gets a ton of damage onto the Slardar, who also goes down a second later. Oh man. Alright, and now we've got a Mirana hitting the Ancient. This game is going to be over in no time. It was a short one, but a good one. If you watch the whole thing, hit that like button, subscribe, all that stuff. It helps me a whole bunch. If you want extended content, it's on Patreon. If you want to watch me stream, I'm going to be switching to streaming on YouTube in the future, because I think Twitch is dying. Sorry, Twitch. Anyways, good luck, have fun, don't die. I will catch everybody in the next one. For now, let's go to the post game for the patrons.